Shalom, my friends. I am Rabbi David, and today I am going to reveal the ancient spiritual technology that allows you to collapse time and manifest the future you desire in just 7 days. This is not a metaphor. This is a protocol, a secret that, once understood, will completely rewire your relationship with time itself. But before I unveil this powerful truth, I need you to make a declaration of readiness. Go to the comments right now and write, "I am the master of my timeline." This is your first step in signaling to the universe that you are no longer a slave to your past. Our mission here is to gather an army of 100,000 souls dedicated to mastering this spiritual technology. If you are ready to be one of them, subscribe to this channel now. And for those who are truly serious about accelerating their journey, for a limited time, I am opening the doors to the Torah Millionaire Business School for just $299. This is where I unveil the complete Torah wealth system. The doors are closing soon. The link is in the comments. I understand the feeling of being hopelessly stuck because I was once a prisoner to it myself. For years, I was a spiritual teacher who felt like a fraud. On the outside, I was giving counsel, leading services, and speaking about a limitless God. But on the inside, my own future felt profoundly limited. I was trapped in a cycle of just enough. Just enough money to pay the bills, but never enough to feel free. Just enough growth in my community to keep going, but never the explosion of impact I knew was possible. Every morning, the first thought that entered my mind was the crushing weight of my own potential, a potential that felt locked behind an invisible wall. It was a poison that seeped into every area of my life, creating a quiet desperation that my family could feel, even if I never spoke it. I tried everything the world tells you to do. I made 5-year plans and 10-year goals. I created vision boards with pictures of success. I recited affirmations until my voice was hoarse. I worked 18 hours a day, believing that sheer effort could break down the door to my future. But nothing worked. The future I envisioned felt like a distant star, while my present reality was a gravitational field I could not escape. I was living the same year over and over again, just with different dates on the calendar. The enemy we are all fighting is what I call the tyranny of yesterday. It is the insidious lie whispered into our souls from birth that our future is nothing more than a modified version of our past. It is a spiritual virus that infects our imagination. The hidden mechanism of this enemy is that it uses your memory as the raw material for your future. It forces you to look at your past failures, your past limitations, and your past bank account. And it convinces you that this data is the only predictor of what is to come. It creates a spiritual blockage that repels the very future you seek, because you are trying to build it with the contaminated bricks of your past. The cost of surrendering to this enemy is a life of quiet desperation, a slow erosion of your dreams, and the tragic reality of arriving at the end of your days with your truest, most magnificent self still locked inside you, a ghost of what could have been. But what if I told you that the code to defeating the tyranny of yesterday was embedded in the very first verse of the Torah, thousands of years ago? The Torah begins with the words, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim vet haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The Kabbalists, the great mystics of our tradition, ask a simple question. What was there before the beginning? The answer is a paradox, a state of infinite potential, a reality of everything and nothing, which they call the Or Ein Sof, the endless light. God did not create the world out of something. He created it out of nothing. Yesh me'ayin, something from nothing. This is the ultimate spiritual technology. The verse says, "And God said, 'Let there be light.' And there was light." God did not negotiate with the darkness. He did not analyze the darkness. He did not create a 5-step plan to overcome the darkness. He spoke a new reality into existence. This story reveals a profound secret. Your future is not something you build from the materials of your past. It is something you call into existence from the realm of infinite potential, the realm of nothingness. The tyranny of yesterday wants you to believe you are a renovator, forced to work with the old broken structure of your life. But the Torah teaches that you are a creator. You are made in the image of God, and your birthright is to speak new worlds into being. That night, after studying the first chapter of Genesis with new eyes, I made a decision. I would no longer be a victim to the tyranny of yesterday. I performed the very ritual I'm about to teach you. I took a piece of paper and wrote down the future I wanted, not as a goal, but as a memory. I wrote it in the past tense, as if it had already happened. At first, nothing happened externally. My bank account was the same. My schedule was the same. But internally, a fire was lit. The quiet desperation was replaced by a quiet certainty. The next day, I began the 7-day protocol. I stopped looking at my past for evidence of what was possible. I started looking at my future for instructions on what to do. Within a week, an idea for a new program, a program that would become the Torah Millionaire Business School, downloaded into my mind with absolute clarity. Within 6 months, my income had tripled. Within a year, my teachings were reaching tens of thousands of people. I had not changed my circumstances. I had changed my source code. I stopped letting my past write my future, and my circumstances were forced to follow the new blueprint. Now, let me give you the practical application. I call it the 7-day Future Self Protocol. It is a 3-step process that you will follow for 7 consecutive days. Step 1. The Future Memory Creation. Before you begin the 7 days, you will sit down and write a 1-page description of your life, 1 year from today, in the past tense. Do not write, "I will have a successful business." Write, "It has been an incredible year. My business generated over $500,000 in revenue, and I was able to serve over 1,000 clients." Be specific. Describe how you feel, what you see, who you are with. This is not a goal-setting exercise. You are writing a memory from the future. This document is now the most sacred text in your life. It is your new history. Step 2. The morning declaration and visualization. For the next 7 days, the very first thing you will do upon waking is read your future memory document out loud. Then you will close your eyes for 10 minutes and visualize this reality. You will feel the feelings of this future self. You will walk with the confidence of this future self. You will make decisions from the wisdom of this future self. This is not positive thinking. This is a realignment of your spiritual DNA. You are downloading the consciousness of the person you are becoming. Step 3. The action of the future self. Each day, for 7 days, you will ask yourself one question. What is one action my future self would take today? Not what your current self, with all its fears and limitations, would do. What would the person who wrote that document do? Would they make that phone call? Would they register that domain name? Would they forgive that person? You must then take that one action, no matter how small or how terrifying. This is the action of faith that makes the spiritual real. Now, let me tell you about a student of mine, Michael. He was an artist who had been struggling for 10 years, barely selling a painting. He implemented this protocol. On day 3, his future self told him to rent a small gallery for a weekend, an action his present self thought was insane and unaffordable. He did it anyway. During that weekend exhibition, a collector saw his work. Within 90 days, that collector had introduced him to a network that led to over $150,000 in sales. Michael didn't suddenly become a better artist. He started acting like the successful artist he already was in the future. Let me tell you about another student, Sarah. She was a corporate lawyer, making good money, but felt completely dead inside. Her future memory document described a life where she ran a small artisanal bakery by the sea. Her present self was terrified. The income drop, the risk, the failure. On day 5 of the protocol, her future self told her to do something simple. Bake 1 loaf of bread and give it to her neighbor. A small, seemingly insignificant act. The neighbor was so impressed, she posted a picture of it online. A local cafe owner saw the post. Within 6 months, Sarah was supplying 3 cafes with her bread on weekends. Within 2 years, she had quit her law job, moved to a coastal town, and opened the Rising Loaf Bakery. She makes half of what she did as a lawyer, but she told me, "Rabbi, I have never felt so wealthy in my entire life." She didn't just change her career, she changed her currency from money to joy. Now, I know the objection that is rising in your mind. But Rabbi, this feels like pretending. It feels like lying to myself. I understand that feeling of inauthenticity. But here is the truth you must grasp. You are already pretending. You are pretending that the limitations of your past are real. You are pretending that your fears are accurate predictors of the future. You are pretending that you are not a creator made in the image of God. The tyranny of yesterday is the ultimate lie. This protocol is not about pretending. It is about aligning with the deepest truth of who you are. It is about choosing which reality you will animate with your focus and your faith. Stop focusing on the inauthenticity of acting like your future self, and focus on the profound inauthenticity of continuing to act like your past self. That is the real lie. So here is my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, you will commit to the 7-day Future Self Protocol. Here are your 3 immediate, non-negotiable actions. 1. Tonight, before you sleep, write your 1-page future memory document. Do not delay. 2. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier than usual to ensure you have sacred, uninterrupted time for your morning declaration and visualization. 3. Identify the first action your future self will take on day 1 and write it down so you are ready to execute it. And here is a bonus tip. During these 7 days, refuse to speak negatively about your future or your potential. When the old thoughts of doubt arise, simply say, "That is a memory from a past I no longer inhabit," and reread a line from your future memory document. And now I want to end with a blessing. May you be blessed with the courage to abandon the shores of your past, the wisdom to see the truth of your becoming, and the faith to act as if your greatest life is not a distant dream, but a present reality waiting for your command. I am praying for you. Shalom.